So today we're going to be talking about smartphone gimbals, and this one is specifically the Zhiyun Smooth Q. Comes in a nice little sort of guitar box, you know. The Smooth Q comes with a lovely little case, a neck strap for the case, and also the USB charge cables. And inside the case you've actually got the unit itself. So the Zhiyun Smooth Q is a smartphone gimbal to smooth out your videos. You can also take photos with it so you don't get camera shake when you're taking pictures. And some of the advanced features on this, which I'll go through shortly, are that you can produce motion time lapses. You can also do slow motion. There are loads of things that you can do with a smartphone gimbal these days. So on the front you've got a nice little thumb pad control. It's got a joystick control that's left, right, up, down. You've got a zoom in and out. You've then got a start, stop, record or take photo button. The mode button goes through 3 modes. So once you've got the phone set up in there, make sure that you do get the Zhiyun Play app. That's going to go through obviously the setup of this. So there you go. So once you powered the gimbal on, it's going to reduce the motion of you twisting. And when you move up and down like that, its basic mode is going to keep this angle straight. So if you're following up and down a wall from the floor to the wall, it will keep that angle absolutely straight in that mode. Like I say, there are 3 modes to go for. So we can go into the second mode, and that means now that it's going to actually keep that angle the same whether you move it left to right, whereas before, if you remember, the twisting action actually turned it and now it won't. So in every action now it's going to keep the camera roughly where it was, and then the next mode basically gives you full control of wherever you're looking at, and you can obviously use the thumb control as well to move up, down, pan left, pan right, and twist it around that way. Like I say, then you can use the zoom controls on there, and the take a picture, start recording, all that kind of thing works as well. Grip wise, you know, it's okay, it's kind of shaped a little bit.
Learning about tiger questions. Try asking Sammy a tiger fact to learn more about them.
The hand grip is quite comfortable, so you've got a little raised bit there where your sort of thumb area would sit, and the back there again it's kind of raised where your finger's going to sit on the back there. So in my hand sits quite well. If I flip it over and I go for a left-handed, then that's fine as well, you know, it feels fine. There's no weighty extra bit down there. And it doesn't feel like it's going to get heavy anytime soon. Quality wise, it feels quite good quality. Yes, it's plastic, but it's okay kind of quality plastic. This bit is all metal, so that feels quite sturdy, but the handle is a bit plastic. The battery is only rechargeable, you can't change the battery out like you can on some others. But the battery only takes kind of like an hour to charge and gives around about a full day's worth, 4 to 6 hours of usage. So that's quite good too. It will actually look straight down, so that's where it stops. So a bit better than the other one as well. The DJI one wouldn't look any more than probably around about there. It wouldn't look down any more than that. So the fact that it goes all the way to there is pretty good too. Just keeps going round, whereas the Osmo Mobile would just stop. Let's say we want to do object tracking on this little tree plant. So object track, draw a box around it. It's locked it in, you get little dots around there so it's locked it in. So no matter where we move this to now, and what's really good is keeping this in focus as well. So that works quite well. Object tracking is quite good. We should have some options for time lapses and things like that on there as well. So yeah, you've got on your photo side of things, you've got single, panoramic, long exposure, and obviously then you've got countdown as well, HDR or sort of single straight shot. So if you take a picture, you can wait 2 seconds, then it'll take it, that kind of thing. If you tune into video mode, the video options then change, so you can have slow motion. You can have a time-lapse mode where obviously it just sits there and just records, and then basically kind of just plays it back as a time-lapse, so it won't just play it back in real time. And then you've got a moving time-lapse, which basically allows you to set up locations. So for example, if I want to move this there and say I want that number 1, and then move it like that, I want that to be number 2, and then move it over there, to be number 3. And then down there and over at the plant to be that one. Let's see, and then come back to central when it's finished, and then you click on next. You tell it the frequency, so once every 30th of a second or 30-second duration, that kind of thing, and then it's going to tell you how long it's going to take it. So this one's a 30-second to generate video, so it's simply just going to keep moving around all on its own. There we go. So if you do want to capture something of a motion time lapse, you know, maybe it's kind of like commuters at a railway station or traffic going around a roundabout, and you want to pick out certain spots that's going to be busy at certain things, or people queuing up for you know, a food truck or something like that, then that'll allow you to do those types of things. Again, these features are quite common on the high-end sort of, you know, the DJI Osmo Mobile. So something at this price bracket that does exactly the same, you know, that costs like less than half, it is astonishing really. It's doing exactly the same. It's using the camera on your device. You know, essentially all you're paying for in the tech is these motors and the control and software behind it that tell the motors what to do and how to move around and that kind of thing. It certainly does smooth out all the action of walking around. So a lot of people have been saying that there's no button on the back there like there is with the DJI Osmo. So my top tip, if you want to quickly go to selfie mode, find your zoom button and just flick it up. Keep it flicked up and it's in selfie mode. If you want to go back, keep it flicked up and it's back in front camera mode. And another top tip here as well is if you want to swap between the front facing camera and the back one, that's great. But what happens if you want to swap between movie mode and photo mode? Well, that's the opposite way. So the top, holding it there with the zoom controlled, flicks between front camera and rear facing camera, and holding the zoom down to the bottom flicks between picture mode and video mode. So then we're on video mode, wait a second, we're on picture mode. So by using the zoom control like that and holding it in certain ways, then you get lots of extra little features with it as well. The fact that it's got a 1/4 inch mount at the bottom there, so you can mount it to a tripod. So now with this little tripod attachment at the bottom, oh wow, look at that! It stabilizes itself in every way now. Thanks very much for watching my video today. I hope you did like it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you know anybody that's interested in getting one of these smartphone gimbals, please share this video with them. Also, why not consider subscribing if you like this kind of like gadget review and hints and tips on how to get the best out of your gadgets. This is what I get up to all the time. So please do hit that subscribe button and I will catch you on the very next video. Thanks for watching now. Take care. Bye.